Hi, everybody. I'm live. I'm live, right? I can't tell.
I can't see you live, but this might just be my computer being weird.
Okay, can everybody see me? Hey, Bailey. Hey, sunflowers.
Hi,
And
Sarah. Oh,
yes,
I see us. We're live.
okay. All right. Hi, guys. This is my live tonight. We're going to be doing some Valentine. Um, I'm going to do one Valentine DIY, and Zana, who is my guest tonight, is going to be um, my guest tonight, and she's going to do a couple of them. So,
Yeah.
and she is a dear, dear friend of mine. So, all right. Oops, that's not where. Okay, we can go ahead and get started. Zana, do you want to explain what you're doing first, and then I'll
Sure.
explain?
Okay, so I kind of did a lot of prep before now. So I'm just taking, this was at Dollar General, and I removed the back and flipped it backwards so I can just do the frame. And then on the back of the frame, I just hot glued some white cardstock. And I'm just doing one of those Valentines where you just see hearts lined over. So that's the one I'm starting with today. I'm done with that one. Do you want me to do the other ones or just the
Sure,
one I'm
go
working
ahead
on?
and tell them.
Oh, and then the next one I'm going to work on is this little sign. And I made it a while back and I spray painted this phone stand black. So now it's just going to be like a picture stand. And I took one of those charm, well, they're called wreath charms or something like that. And I painted it white. So, and I put Mardi Gras beads around it. So I'm just going to use the backs to make it multi-purpose. And I'm going to use one of these window cleans on there. And then just going to make some hearts out of some ribbon for jar filler or whatever. That's all I'm
Cool.
going to do.
Okay. And I am going to, I've got this 12-inch wood, piece of wood that I've got these from Amazon. I got 12 of them for I think $12.99. And so what I did is I painted it blushed pink, which is rose. Then I took this silk ribbon and I just threaded my needle and I just uh, put a ruffle on it, and I'm just going to glue it around the edges, but I'm not going all the way to the bottom because we're going to do something fun at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that, and then I've got this uh, white lace. I'm going to put that on there too. So yeah, I love this color too, Robin. So I'm going to start at the center, and if I pull it and I have enough to go to the bottom, I will, but I'm just going to glue it on the very edge of the wood and just kind of go around and get that all stuck on there. And tonight, Zana's got some fun questions to ask so that we don't get bored of listening to ourselves talk.
I'm not exactly bored listening to self-talk, but
I know. Sometimes
just
I don't
in
know what to
case.
say.
Well, I don't talk very well while I craft, so I thought maybe if I got done early, I would be able to ask some fun questions.
Well,
Should I do?
you could ask him now if you chose to.
Awesome. Okay, so I printed off some would you rather questions. So you guys are gonna have to like answer one or two, or you can type it out. So the first one is, would you rather drink love potion to make someone fall in love with you, or shoot two people with arrows to make them fall in love? Not just shoot two people, but you gotta shoot them with arrows.
Yeah, let's not advocate.
We're not advocating for shooting people with arrows. It's just whatever. So, Connie, what's your answer to that? What would you rather do?
Say the question again.
Would you rather shoot two people? I'm just kidding. Would you rather drink a love potion to make someone fall in love with you, or shoot two people with arrows to make them fall in love with each other?
I'll just shoot him.
Like Cupid. Shoot 'em.
I'll just shoot him.
Sarah says love potion.
Hey, Sarah.
I say love potion, but I think it'd be fun to play Cupid. I just think maybe, I don't know if I'd be the best. I have a bad shot. It'd be two random people. No.
Well, I guess if it was meant to be, then you would get the right people, right?
Oh, okay. So the next one is, would you rather watch The Notebook every day for the rest of your life, or The Proposal?
Notebook.
I would rather watch The Notebook too.
I love the Notebook.
Liz?
Notebook.
Liz says love potion. Denise says love potion. Any more votes on that?
Billy said neither.
Neither. You don't want to fall in love or be shot, huh? No, just kidding.
Battery doesn't want to watch these.
Oh, neither movie.
And Sarah said that Denise Notebook. I love Notebook. I think that is a cool movie. And I love James Garner, who's the actor of the old man telling the story.
Yeah. I cried at the end of Notebook. So I don't know if I could watch it every day for the rest of my life. I don't like watching things over and over again. That would drive me crazy. But
oh, I do. I love doing that. The movie.
So Robin said neither. Both are boring. So this is my little Valentine. Can you guys see it?
Here, let me make you big.
Make me big. Make me grow. So that was, my rows aren't completely straight, but I'll live with that. It would be perfect for a tiered tray or.
Hey, Danielita.
Hi, Danielita.
And actually, I usually call her Danny. And next week, Danny. And next week, she's going to be my guest. And we're going to be coming on an hour later because she doesn't get home in time. And we are going to be painting.
Really?
Yep.
That's going to be a treat?
Yeah, we're going to be painting. I love to paint. I don't do it very often on here, but I absolutely love to paint.
Thank you guys for saying my project's cute. It's quick, it's easy, and that was done with table scatter hearts. So I thought that was cool. Okay, so we want to keep going?
Sure.
Would you rather go on a fancy, expensive date or do a romantic night at home? Where'd you go?
Romantic night at home.
Your vote for romantic. Me too. I'm a homebody, so I'll vote for romantic night at home.
1 year, me and my husband, for our anniversary, we just sat home. I think it was like our 30th anniversary. We sat home and looked through family photo albums.
Oh, how sweet.
It was really, really fun to do. Okay, now.
How long have you and your husband been married?
In March, it will be 39 years.
What a testimony, Connie. That's awesome.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine.
How did you meet your husband?
You want the story?
I want it to be PG.
Oh, it's PG.
Okay. Tell us. They're all saying,
all right.
It's my mood. Depends on my mood. Denise says, sure, Robin. Did I miss something? Well, I'm single, but a romantic night at home. You could probably live up that romantic night at home by yourself. Chocolate sweets, and you buy what you want. And then you could be like, oh, my favorite.
Okay, so I'll tell you my story of how me and my husband met. Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, he's from a very large family. He's got
Uh-huh.
13 brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of his family, all his siblings, had been married and divorced many
Oh,
times. Many, many times. Some of them 2 or 3 times.
really?
Yeah. So he, okay. So my brother-in-law worked at the jail
Mm-hmm.
and
At the jail?
at the jail. And Ron, my husband, he worked there. Well, I had my daughter Jessica before I got married. And as soon as I had her, all of the jailers was asking me out. So I was going out on all these dates. Well, Ron, my husband, decided that marriage was not something he wanted anything to do with ever.
Oh,
So on New Year's Eve, his family always had this like a turkey dinner for
really?
lunchtime.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a big
that's a
turkey
cool
on
tradition.
New Year's Day. On New Year's Day.
Okay.
So he stood up at the end of the table and told everybody, he lectured them over how marriage was bad and he was never going to get married.
Oh, that sounds promising. So you were at this lunch with him?
No, I had
Oh,
not
okay.
met him yet.
Oh, okay.
This was January 1st, 1983. And I'm
So
telling you that
old.
date because that date is going to, yeah. So then he decides he wants to take me out on a date because everybody else is, so he wants to. But he has no intentions of going any further, right? So he asked my brother-in-law about me. And he knew my sister. He had met my sister before.
Mhm.
And he goes, well, I need to see a picture of her. So my brother, I gave him a picture to take to him. And he took it to work and he showed him. And then he goes, she's not anything like your wife, is she?
What?
I'll tell you why. Because my sister's got a really big mouth.
Oh no.
And she never knows when to shut up. And my brother-in-law goes, no, she's nothing like that.
Oh.
Plus, my sister lies a lot. That's her favorite thing to do is lie. So
That's not
he
good.
goes, okay, nighty night, Danny. Hey, Zana. Hey, Mary.
Hi, Bobby.
So he
Good
goes,
night,
okay.
Danny.
He goes, okay, I'll meet her. I'll take her out. And he goes, okay, just give her a call. So this was a couple of days before New Year's Day. And he goes, maybe I'll call her and take her out on New Year's Eve. Well, he didn't. He didn't. I thought, oh,
He was chicken.
He was chicken. He was chicken.
Yeah.
So he was like, he didn't call me. I'm like, oh, whatever. This guy's a flake, right? So he never called me. So on January 7th, he calls me.
Okay, just like out of the blue, or?
Well, it was 7 days later.
Yeah.
He calls me and he asks me out. I said, whatever, I'll go out with him.
Okay.
But I asked my brother-in-law about him.
Mm-hmm.
And like, what does he look like? What color hair he's got? And he goes, he's got red hair. And I said, forget it.
Oh no.
And
He's gonna have a temper.
He goes, what? And I go, you know what? I'll go out with him for one time because I said so. He goes, but I go, I can't stand redheads. So, yeah. So, He took me out to a hockey game where his whole family was there.
Mm-hmm.
Sat me 20 feet in front of his whole family.
Oh.
All his siblings, his mom, his dad, everybody.
Yeah.
And then he sat me right next to a guy that I used to go to school with that started hitting on me. So that was fun. Not.
He was probably like, "Hey, my date."
Yeah. So yeah, so then so we go to the hockey game, all of that, and then he takes me home,
Mm-hmm.
and he fell for me, lock, stock,
Oh,
and barrel. And of course I fell for him. And
really?
20
Did you?
on 24 days later. Okay, guys, I'm putting pearls around this now. 20 on January 24th of the same year, he asked me to marry him.
What? So
Oh
on the
yeah.
first, he was saying he would never get married, and on the 24th, he's ready to go to Vegas, huh?
Well, we got married 6 weeks after that.
Oh, 39 years later, still
Yep.
going strong.
39 years later, 4 kids, 8 grandkids. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, kind of. And everybody said that our marriage wouldn't last because,
Because you met so quick, you did it so quickly.
yeah. And
Yeah.
the day we got married, we promised each other, barring death, we would still be married at 50 years, no matter what.
Oh, I love that.
So, yep.
That's wonderful.
So that was a love story for you guys. And we got
Yeah.
married. We got married on the Ides of March, which is March 15th.
Okay. March
Do you know what
15th.
that is?
No.
It's where I'm trying to think of his name. Where I can't think of his name. A Greek goddess or Greek god got killed at the Parthenon. Caesar was
Okay.
killed at the Parthenon. That's the Ides of March. Which
Oh.
I didn't know anything about it till my husband told me like a year later.
Huh. That's such a romantic reason to, yeah, so do it while someone gets killed on this day.
I'm the one who picked the day, not him.
Oh, fun.
I picked the day because it was the day I wanted to get married on the 16th, but that was my brother's birthday, and I didn't want to get married on his birthday.
Yeah, because, yeah, I get that. You want your own day to celebrate.
Right.
I get that.
So, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so I'm going to go with number 4. What would you do? Or, that's not what I'm saying. What would you do? Would you rather? Okay. Would you rather eat a pound of chocolate in one sitting or write 500 Valentines in one sitting?
I need a pound of chocolate.
Yeah, just to celebrate your love story. That's a really beautiful love story, Connie. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks. Okay, guys, this is all done. I got this burlap from a thrift store. It's a huge roll. And there's this, and there was a brown and a black, and then a dark brown, this brown, and a thinner brown like this, and a black. So I'm just going to make a pouch out of it.
Look at you, just going through your craft there.
Yeah.
Do you want to make that bigger so they can see your
Yeah. Let me
options?
make it bigger. Okay, so trying to think, should I just make it like this, across, or if I should make it more like a cone? What do you guys think?
I was thinking more across, but what do you guys? Yeah, what do you guys think?
I
Let's
actually
see.
like that cone. Of course, I cut that off.
What if you just took a bite of chocolate? Yeah, go, Robin. A bite of chocolate would work. I just think a pound of chocolate would make me want to vomit. I don't know.
A
I would
pound?
hate to write 500 Valentines, though.
Yeah,
You
but
know I love you.
a pound of chocolate is only 16 ounces.
Yeah, but that's that bar, the large bar, right? That's a pound, right? The large.
Probably. Yeah, I could eat it. I'd be sick, but I'd eat it.
Yeah, I could eat it, but I'd be sick. But
Okay, everybody's saying the cone, so I'm going to do the cone.
oh, okay. See, I was wrong.
That's okay.
I'm glad these guys are here to correct you from being steered wrong by me. That cone does look good.
Yeah. I don't want to glue it shut. So what I'm going to do, that'll work.
Where did you get that burlap from again? Did you already say?
This came from a thrift store in Iowa when I was there in September.
Oh.
And so I've kind of kept it because I didn't know what I was going to do with it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to set it just like this, guys, so that area at the bottom doesn't show. So I want to make sure I don't want to close it. So what I'm going to do.
So Billy says that he would do a chocolate, but not the whole pound.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't either, but I'd sure try.
We could all share a pound together just to get out of 500 Valentines.
Did you know several years ago I was given a 5-pound chocolate bar?
Did you eat it? Did you eat it all?
No. That is like this big, a great big giant jar like that thick.
Yeah.
There's no way. I'm
Yeah.
sick. So I had it sitting on the table, and I look over, and my little dog is just chewing away.
No. Oh no.
Chewing away on it, and I'm like, "You're gonna die!" So
Yeah.
I grabbed it from him, and I cut the edge off.
Yeah.
And then I just wrapped it in saran wrap, and I put it in the freezer because I didn't want to use it right then.
Right.
So guys, I've got all these greenery I'm going to put in this.
Your cone looks like a pie, Robin says. You say tulips. Are you guys saying wildflowers? I don't really. So sunflower and DIY doesn't really like roses.
Yeah. Well, I've got these roses, these picks, this white pick of roses, and then I've got this white pick of hearts, and then I've got these pink roses and these white roses. And so these are all from the Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Robin asked the question, what flower gives the most kisses on Valentine's Day? That's why they're answering the flowers. What do you think?
My husband's never given me flowers on Valentine's Day. So I don't know.
I don't know either.
I like roses, but I love carnations, but my favorite kind of flower probably is Sega lily.
CJ is on. Hi, CJ.
Hey, CJ.
So what's your favorite flower again?
A Sega lily.
Sega lily. Is that part of the lily family, or is it just
it's the white. It's the white and pink one.
Ooh, I'll have to look that up.
It's really pretty. I had some that I was going to use tonight, but I thought they're too big. It's a big flower.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to sit these in here and just fill this up.
That's pretty, Connie. I like how it's coming out. Okay, number 5. Would you rather get 10 dozen roses for Valentine's Day or 10 pounds of chocolate? I'm
10
going with
pounds of
roses.
chocolate. I'll go 10 pounds of chocolate because I never told you what I ended up doing with that chocolate.
Oh, yeah. What did you end up doing with that 10 pounds of chocolate?
I used it for dipping chocolate. For 3 years, I used it.
3 years?
Yep. Took me 3 years to get through it all.
Well, I'm just off of chocolate right now, so that would just like be the worst gift to give me for Valentine's Day. Here's something that you can't eat. Thank you. Okay. Number 6. Would you rather go out dancing until midnight or a chick flick marathon?
I'd go out dancing.
Robin's like $10 gift card to Dollar Tree. Yeah, $10 and 10 pounds of chocolate.
I love chick flicks, but I can do that anytime. I love to dance. I absolutely love to dance.
I was gonna guess that for you, Connie.
Even with my bad knee, I will dance and dance and dance. I love to dance.
Billy says neither, so you can't. He's not going to be your dance partner.
Well, my husband
will dance till midnight with you, and so will Denise.
My
and
husband
Sarah from Sunflowers, she will dance with you. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I do either.
My husband won't dance.
Hi, Mary.
My husband's not a dancer. He just sits on the sideline and watches.
My husband will dance with me. He's just
okay. So back early on in our marriage, me and my husband used to go out to the bars.
Oh, Connie, you rebel.
I was a rebel, big time rebel. Okay, so I had long hair. You wouldn't guess that, but I did have long hair. And we went to live band shows, and the band guys would pull me up onto the stage.
Oh, Connie. Yeah.
So
what are you doing?
So I could flip my hair. They had. How's this looking, guys?
I like it.
Now I'm gonna make a bow.
Mike is on here. Hello, Mike. Little treasure Nancy is on. Hello, Nancy.
Okay, I've got all this different
Aardvark Dances with Aardvark is on here. So would you dance till midnight? Or would you do a chick flick marathon?
Okay, now I'm going to make a bow to go on the front of that cone.
Billy says your thing is your wall hanger is looking pretty.
Thank you.
Denise says it's beautiful. Very beautiful.
Thank you. So I've got this pink sheer, and then I've got this white and silver polka dotted, and then I got this white polka dotted burlap. And because there's burlap in it, I didn't want it to be all really sheer and frilly and then have burlap. So I'm kind of join, and then I've got this other stuff, and I don't know if I'm going to use it.
Okay.
So, but I'm just going to go ahead, and if any of you have never seen me do a bow before, I just gather it, turn it, gather, twist it, flip it over again, gather, twist it, and I just keep going.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah. I have a bow machine that I made
Yeah.
I use it. I don't use it all the time because I can do it in my hand.
Right. You know what you're doing. You don't need that. I would need it.
Yeah. So, and I'm just going to use up all of this. I want a pretty big bow.
The clue is in the name for dancing. She'll dance until or he will dance
Huh?
until midnight.
Who, me?
Dances with aardvark.
Oh, yes, yes.
Love it. Well, I was assuming you would, but you know what assuming does.
Well, if anybody knows me, I'm pretty, I don't know. I'm just there. I'm me.
Well, I remember that one, like in the What Would You Make chat, you sent that video of you hanging out, jamming with people. So I totally knew that
Oh,
was
yeah.
what you were going to pick.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And this is smaller, but I'm still going to put it in the back because it's going to stick out further. So,
Oh, you're making such fancy bows, Connie. So fancy.
I like fancy bows.
Okay, would you rather skip Valentine's Day or New Year's?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Me and my
Would you
husband, we don't really celebrate it a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
me too. If I had to pick, I would skip Valentine's Day and celebrate New Year's.
Yeah, I love to dance and I love to go out on New Year's. This year we didn't. We stayed home.
Yeah,
But
I like to stay home. I don't like to go out on New Year's Eve.
last year we did, and I danced for 5 hours straight.
Wow. Got your
So,
cardio in, burned
yeah.
off all the holiday treats there.
Okay, now I'm putting the white that's going to show up behind it. If I can get it to do what I want it to do.
So are you just making bigger loops as you go? So then the ribbon behind it is shown, or?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. Yep. Oh, I only had enough to do. Okay, so that one's not going to work.
It's okay. Show us your fancy skills there.
Actually, I'm gonna put it in the front. No,
John has joined.
You want to see
what would
this?
you guys do? Would you skip Valentine's Day or skip New Year's? What would you rather do? I'm not seeing anyone answer that.
Oh.
I guess it's too near and dear. They don't want to skip. Oh no, I'm sorry. Billy said New Year's. I'm old enough. New Year's, says Robin. Sorry guys, I didn't see that in the chat. New Year's says sunflowers. And Denise says a Valentine's Day.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
so I forgot to bring any wire in here or chenille stem, so I'm just using some ribbon.
I got some wire. Does it help you?
Just send it right on over. You're only 4 hours away.
Right. Wouldn't you wish you could do that? Just put it through the screen. Here.
Exactly. Okay, so this is done. And it looks kind of retarded right now. Excuse the word.
It does not. It looks good.
Okay, so I'm just going to puff this up. And I just pull it all apart and I puff up
cute.
All the loops.
So you just did the two, right? You didn't do the white because it was too short?
Yeah, it was too short. I probably should have used it first, but I wasn't thinking. And this just came undone. You get back in there.
We're casualties of crafting lies. We don't have enough ribbon.
Exactly. Okay.
All right. I'm making little heart fillers out of, let's see if I can hold it up there. out of ribbon. Just I'm stuffing the middle and I'm hot gluing the edges of the heart, and then I'm stuffing the middle of them just to make jar filler or go on a tiered tray.
Do you want me to make you big so they can see?
Make me big, Connie. Make me big. And then this is how that so what this was a wreath charm, and then I put Mardi Gras beads and painted it white, and so I had hello on there on this side, and so I was just making a reverse sign. That's what I did with that, and that Mod Podge is dry now. What If I Could is here. Hello. I think I did say hi to John, but did you say hi, John?
Hey, John. Hey, John. Okay, how does this bow look?
Okay, make yourself big. I like it.
Okay, so now
Thank you, Lily.
Oh,
thank you, Liz. Okay. Is it me you're not looking for? Or is it me you're looking for? Yes, I'm looking for you, Robin. Hello, Robin.
Okay. So I'm just going to sit this right here on here. And I'm going to have to glue it because I don't have any way to stick it through it. So I'm going to use this spatula to put it underneath here so I don't get burned. So I'm just going to stick it a whole bunch of glue right there. And ta-da! Just hold it there. There we go.
That's great.
It looks pretty. And now I've got some baker's twine from the Dollar Tree.
That's a big roll.
I only get the big rolls. I've seen the little ones, but I always watch for the big ones. So I get these great big giant ones. And so I'm just going to loop it, tie a knot in it. Because this is going to go over my in my dining room. I have an old door, and I've got a door hanger on it, and so I am going to use this to hang over it. And there it is. I always do this trick when you're gluing stuff on the back of stuff. I always get some felt, because felt's so cheap. It's a dime a dozen. So I'm just going to turn this over. And let's see. I'm going to put this right here. Stick this right into it. Put a little bit more over it. Put the felt over it.
Look at that.
And that way it holds it on and it doesn't scratch.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Like a popsicle stick would scratch.
Right. So, there we go. Yeah, let me make myself big and I'll show it.
I like that.
Isn't that cute? It's kind of trying to fall. I'm going to have to glue it back.
Yeah.
It's trying to fall. So
for crafting, you kind of have to engineer as you go.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the cone tighter so that it doesn't open up as high.
Robin needs one of your brushes for gluing.
One of these, the spatulas?
Yeah.
You get this from Dollar Tree.
Mm-hmm. If I remember ever to pull mine out, I just kind of grab whatever's closest. Or burn myself.
I don't usually burn myself. And I always have it sitting right in my little cup. I have this little cup that I keep my scissors,
Mm-hmm.
my wire cutters, my spatula, two screwdrivers, a pen, some pens and pencils, and my uh, stapler remover.
Yeah.
Because I always need it.
Yeah, I have some of those things hanging off my wall right in front of me too. I don't like to have to go digging for them. I just like them close.
Right. Okay, now it won't fall forward. There we go.
Oh, it still looks so good.
Yeah.
And you got the hearts from Dollar Tree this
Yes.
year, or was it last year?
Last year.
I
Yeah, I
haven't
got it
seen
last year. Huh?
I haven't seen much stuff like
Florals.
that, but I haven't been going on a regular basis either. I
I
feel like
really
once
like
New
it.
Year's hit, things started to slow down.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to glue some more of this stuff down because it's still trying to fall forward.
Bull Barn Productions is here. And I believe his name might be Doug because everyone's saying hi, Doug. So I'm going to say hi, Doug,
Yes.
too.
Yes, that's Doug. Hi, Doug.
Hello, Mary. It's in the makeup section. Yeah, Robin. Mary was just telling Robin where to get one of those spatulas.
Yeah, it's a makeup spatula. It's to push, I don't know, I would never use it for makeup, but that's what it's for.
So you did cosmetology, or did you just do nails?
Nails. I
Just
never
nails.
did. I never went to school for it.
You didn't, but you did nails like you did nails for people, right? At a salon. You were
No.
no.
No, I only do nail painting.
Okay.
I don't have to be licensed for that because I'm an artist.
Do you still do it?
I haven't been since the pandemic, but
Oh.
I was doing it up until then. I do it for
Was
myself. In
it
fact, in a couple of weeks, I'm actually on here. I'm going to paint my nails for a live.
how fun is that? You know,
Yeah.
learn.
Well, I'm not ambidextrous, but I have forced myself to learn
Yeah.
how to use my left hand so I can paint with both hands. And I paint little portraits. I don't paint just like designs. Sometimes I do, but I also paint people. I'll
Mm-hmm.
paint flowers. I'll paint scenes, like wooded scenes and all different things.
So
Hey, Herb.
cool.
I didn't see Herb. So,
Oh, and Mike is here.
yes.
Did we already say hi to Mike? Well, hi again,
We
Mike.
did. That's okay.
Don't want to leave anyone out.
Yeah. Yeah, Sarah. It might be the week after next. Next week, I'm going to be painting. Now, next week, it's going to be 1 hour later because it's going to be with Danielita. She can't get on here until she doesn't get off work usually. She doesn't get home until just before 9. So we're going to do it at 9 o'clock, and we're both going to be painting.
I'm so excited to see that.
Hi, Deborah. Yeah,
Hi, Deborah.
I'm excited to do it, and then the next week I might do my nails. We'll see. I haven't gotten everything lined up yet, so it's like a filler for something to do if I can't get anybody type of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Hopefully.
and I know Robin wants to learn how I did my makeup.
Ooh.
So,
Yeah. Last week was fancy, Connie.
well, it's the same tonight as it was last week.
Yeah, it is.
It's the
So
same
beautiful.
makeup. Except for this week, I actually have mascara on. Last week, I couldn't find my mascara.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell. I thought you had like a little bit darker makeup on last week.
I did it darker. It was the same makeup, just darker.
Just darker, yeah.
Yeah. But I have so much makeup.
Dramatic.
It's really funny. My daughter is a makeup artist and she gives me makeup all the
Oh,
time.
can she be my daughter too? I would like that. Okay, so I'm going to answer this next one for you because it's kind of like another one.
Okay.
So, would you rather go on a date that takes you to dance lessons or go to cooking class? And I'm going to guess dance lessons, cha cha cha, tango.
Now I already know how to do most of those.
Well,
I
what
love
don't you know how to do? You're going on a lesson which you don't know how to do. You're going on a dance lessons, Connie. You don't get a choice.
Okay. Okay. I also love cooking. I love
You
to
do?
cook.
What's
So I
your
cook.
favorite thing to cook?
Well, I love to bake. I love to cook, but I
Mhm.
bake. I love to bake bread,
Mm.
and I love to do. Oh, I love making cream puffs and cinnamon rolls. Yeah, I just love to bake
Did
bread,
you
all kinds
read
of
what
bread.
Did you read what John wrote? I need to pretty myself for my next live.
Yes, John. Yes, John.
Pretty
You
myself.
need to pretty yourself.
And you need to sing into the mirror. You need to sing into there going, I feel pretty.
Yeah.
That's what you need to sing. I won't sing the rest of it in case it gets,
John says
copyrighted.
making salsa. I love to make salsa,
Yes.
especially freezer salsa or just
Sarah?
fresh. Oh,
Mm.
yes.
Sarah and I are going dancing. We're going
There,
dancing, Sarah.
I'll go with you.
So is Denise. No, no. You already know how to do it. We're going to take the dance lessons. You cook for us because we'll be hungry.
I'll just go and enjoy dancing with you.
You'll just come in afterwards because I'll be there a while. But I love to
Okay.
dance.
So
I love to dance.
when I
Okay.
was a kid, I was in a dance group. We did all kinds of dancing then. And then when I started in junior high, I was on the gymnastics team, and we also did contemporary dancing. So I learned how to do contemporary. And then as I got older, it was disco. So I'd go to discotheques and I learned how to disco dance. And then just I picked up everything else, just doing it, watching things and doing it. So yeah, love to dance. Okay, what's the next question?
Okay. Have warm chocolate lava cake for dessert or creme brulee with strawberries.
Creme brulee with strawberries. And
Mm.
John says just a little eyeliner and mascara, some highlights, maybe a blowout.
You don't have long hair. What are you gonna? You're gonna look like you just stuck your head in the light socket. You can be punk. You can go on there as Punk John. You could rock it. Totally. My
Billy
favorite
says
thing to do. Yeah. Go
Billy
ahead,
says
read them.
Billy says my favorite thing to cook is anything in the smoker or gumbo. I love to make gumbo or chili or clam chowder or oh, so many.
I would
And
love to eat any of that. Just keep on making it. I'll come
yeah,
eat
John said creme brulee.
it.
And Denise said the second one I can't spell it, which is creme brulee. And so
Yeah,
did
cool.
Sarah said that, and so did Robin, and so did Liz. Everybody likes creme brulee. I love creme
It
brulee.
sounds yummy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go for it.
Okay. So, would you rather live in a romantic comedy or a superhero movie?
Superhero movie.
I can see Connie with your long hair and your face. You have a craft emergency. I got hot glue for that. I'm gonna go for the rom-com. That's what I
Oh,
vote.
Denise said superhero too.
Superhero.
The romantic one drama would get 2.
Robin says she's sweet enough. You are sweet, Robin.
She says, and innocent. John says, I live in a drama.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Liz says superhero, and Billy said superhero. I'd love to be in a superhero movie. I think that would be so fun.
Okay, what would be your superpowers then? Ooh.
Well, I got really super fast reflexes, and I'm really strong. So anything to do with, anything to do with speed and muscles. Yeah.
Connie gonna knock you out.
And Robin says, Connie's superpower is yarn.
Yarn. Superpower is yarn. What would be your superpower, Robin? See, I'm in the rom-com, so my superpower is just smiling and batting my head.
I'm too old for that.
No, you're gonna go knock people out.
I know. Robin says, oh yeah, watch out for Connie's muscles.
Okay.
I can lift a lot of weights.
Would you rather spend a weekend in Paris, the city of love, or Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love?
Paris. For sure.
Paris, for sure. Watch out for Connie's muscles.
I don't think it would be for the love part. I already got that with my husband. It would be for the scenery.
Well, you would be going with your husband. Or would you
it'd be for the scenery. You know.
Yes. I'd want to go with my husband to Paris. I think that'd be great. But
Billy says, I already have a superhero. I turn wood into things.
Nice. That's your superpower. I turn wood into things.
You know what?
Like this.
Yeah, Mike, you're right. He says Paris, but in the past. I agree.
Oh, yes.
I'd love to be in like 1920s, 1930s Paris.
I would like to go. I think 1930s would be beautiful, but I think I would like to go in the 50s after everything kind of was recovered from World War II.
Yeah, that's good too. But that era of the wars and stuff, that is so intriguing.
It is. Well, and I like the flappers, the flapper area.
Well, that was the first kind of dancing I learned how to do was flapper.
Fun.
And I had a dress that had all of the fringe. Oh, I love that. And Robin says her superpower is texting.
I read that. Nice.
Or being annoying or asking questions.
Ask lots of questions, Robin.
And playing with her pine cones.
And all of it. So yeah, she's a multitasker superhero.
Yes.
Superhero Robin. Okay. Okay. Would you rather be serenaded? I got like fluffle over there. Sorry. Would you rather be serenaded by the Jonas Brothers or by Ed Sheeran?
Ed Sheeran.
Is he an old time? Like
no.
Frank Sinatra or no?
No. He's not that old. I think he's only in his 20s.
Oh.
He's got a really unique voice. I think it would be awesome. Hey, Favi.
Hello. I don't think I want either of them to sing to me. I'd be like, go away. Just saying.
Favi said she doesn't want to be serenaded by anyone.
Yeah.
And Robin said she saw them. She must have seen the Jonas Brothers in concert.
Okay, Bobby.
Says neither.
Bobby, would you rather live in a romantic comedy or be in a superhero movie? She's not answering now. She's like, I'm ignoring the question. I'm targeting Oh, awesome. Sunflowers DIYing says neither. I'm right there with you. Neither. Don't sing to me. So, Sunflowers, Sarah, did you answer the question? Are you going to be in a rom-com or are you going to be a superhero? Oh, romantic. She's in the romantic comedy with me. We just bat her eyes and we get what we want.
I'm too old for that. I've been married for a long time. I'm too old for that.
Yeah, you're just gonna knock them out and take it. Okay, would you rather eat a dozen chocolate-covered cherries or 3 whole candied apples? 3 whole caramel apples.
3 whole carameled apples. I'm not a huge fan of chocolate-covered cherries.
I would eat the chocolate-covered cherries. I don't like chocolate-covered apples. That's not an option. I don't like caramel apples.
I love candied apples.
Dude.
Caramel candy. I love apples, period.
Okay. This is going back to your younger years.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah. Keep going. You're still going. You're there yet?
Sure.
Okay, would you rather I'm sorry. Would you rather be proposed to in front of a huge crowd of people alone in a room full of candles?
Well, I was in a room alone with him. No candles, but I was in a room alone with him. And he called me Mrs. Dunyan, and I asked him what that meant.
Oh.
And he goes, what do you want it to mean? And I said, well, I'm hoping that means you want to marry me. And he goes, yes. And so I went freaking and running and squealing and yelling and telling my family. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'd take the room.
Me too. Totally take the room. So we got a few people that would take the apples. We got Billy would take the apples. Arrow would take the apples.
Mm-hmm.
Robin would take the apples. I'm gonna have all the strawberries to myself. None of you get any strawberries.
You said cherry, not strawberry.
Oh, did I say cherry? Well, I meant strawberries. Well, we'll do cherries. I'll eat the cherries too. I got them both. I'll eat them both.
I love chocolate-covered strawberries, but not cherries.
Not cherries? That's okay. You can have the apples and I'll have the whatever's covered in chocolate.
There's only 2 kinds of cherries I like. Rainier cherries. And Rainier are the lighter ones. They come out of Washington.
I don't think I've had them. But I'll have to look for them next time I go.
They're really good. And I like maraschino cherries.
Ooh, I like maraschino cherries too. They're so good. Arrow says strawberries. So we're going to be sharing. She goes, oh, goodness, Zana. I'm not quite sure what she's saying that too. I might be very embarrassed at the
okay. And then Robin said a room full of candles or proposed in front of a lot of people. Yep, you got to pick one. Reading is fundamental. LOL, just kidding. Don't kill me. Sunflower says, and that's Sarah as well. And if it's strawberries, I will definitely take them over apples. Rainier and red and yellow. Yeah, the Rainier are red and yellow.
Okay, yeah, I haven't had them.
And they are good, Denise. And you live up in that area where they come from.
Ooh,
so
I'm jelly. So would you rather cuddle in bed with a puppy or your significant other?
Significant other? I don't want no dog in my bed.
I was going to say, it might depend on the day. I don't know.
When we lived in Utah, we had 2 beagles. And one beagle loved his kennel. And the other one insisted on sleeping on my bed. So I made her sleep on the bottom of the bed by my feet, not up by me. So, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Are we talking about the cherries being delicious?
I think so.
Really? Robin loves strawberries. Blueberries I like them all though. Yeah, I like fruit.
I
Billy
love
says no
fruit.
dog in my bed.
Yeah, no dog in my bed. I don't want no dogs in my bed. My daughter and my grandson will bring the two chihuahuas into my room and put them up on my bed because they can't jump up on my bed. They want to sleep with you. I'm like, get them off of here. Get
I'm
them
like,
off my bed.
I don't really like my dogs on my bed either. I like snuggling my hubby.
Bobby says, I guess my significant other. LOL.
Would you rather kiss Iron Man or Spiderman? You gotta kiss him.
Iron Man.
Iron Man?
Yeah.
What was his name? Who played Iron Man?
That is, oh gosh, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah. I'd rather kiss, Iron Man. But don't tell my husband. He'd be like, what? That's for real. Just fictitiously kissing him.
Bobby says, I can't see Spider-Man's lips. To me, Spider-Man is a young kid, and I'm not interested in that.
I need
Robert Downey Jr. is around my same age.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
You laugh at that. Oh, that old? I'm just kidding, Connie. Just kidding, Connie. Okay. Ooh, I don't know.
Good night, Mary.
I should. This one's kind of yucky. Good night, Mary. Thank you for coming.
Thank you,
Mr.
Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
She can't see a lot of it, but see some of it. It's really long.
Do you like my hair, Tammy?
Yes. Yeah, I like your hair.
My hair. Okay. Would you rather eat chocolate-covered crickets or candied worms, like actual worms, actual crickets?
Chocolate-covered crickets. I'm
going with the crickets too.
If I had to pick one, which I would just throw it up, but
if this is like you gotta do it or you die, I would eat the crickets.
Yeah.
So I thought someone said something up here. Oh yeah, Happy Hoarder would which Spider-Man? Well, which Spider-Man do you want to kiss? You pick. Okay.
Oh, Mike says chocolate ants, they are fizzy.
Chocolate ants?
Yeah.
Tammy will eat crickets. Bobby says they taste like chips. I heard that they can taste like something else if you don't know you're eating them. And maybe they just taste like crispy chocolates, like,
crunchy, like nuts.
Or like that crispy chocolate bar, that chocolate crisp bar with
but then if you get something between your teeth and you pull it out, it's a leg.
Oh, Connie, you got a leg in your teeth. Let's tuck that back in. Sarah would not, from Sunflowers, would say neither. Chocolate ants. So you've had chocolate ants, huh?
Not me.
Mike has.
Oh, probably. Well, I don't know, but
you can't fed it to him. It's a superpower. You knock him out.
Jerry says none of the Spider-Man, but she'd kiss Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Ooh. Well, I wouldn't kiss him because he wasn't part of the options. So I'm just kidding.
Right. And Mike said they used to sell chocolate ants on the seaside when I was a kid. Ugh. Oh,
really?
And yes, Paul Rudd. That was who Ant-Man was, I think.
So where did you grow up? What state or location was that? Seaside?
I think it was Washington, I bet. I could be wrong. That's my guess.
And what kind of ants were they in the first place? Were they carpenter or red ants?
Or sugar.
Take the sugar ants. Okay.
Oh, Billy even says chocolate-covered ants are tasty.
Really? We gotta send some to each other and do a little challenge. Would Connie eat this?
No.
No, I put my foot down. Remember, I don't
Oh,
think
he
you
said,
can. Sorry.
Mike said in the UK.
Oh, very cool. Were you part of the military then? Chocolate covered answer, tasty.
John goes, hey, hey, Favi, my honey.
Okay. Okay. All right. Would you rather be a star in the breakfast at Tiffany's or my best friend's wedding?
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I'm going to go my best friend's wedding. What would you guys say?
Ah!
Oh,
Sorry,
this would be.
Favi. Her husband can hear me.
Oh,
He's
hi,
just kidding anyway.
Mr. Bobby.
Okay.
Please don't read John's messages out loud. We're going to get Bobby in trouble.
Hey, Tamara. Yeah, I think breakfast
Denise
at
said
Tiffany's.
breakfast at Tiffany's too. So would you rather be in breakfast at Tiffany's or my best friend's wedding?
Me would be breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay. Would you rather attempt to do Dirty Dancing, the Dirty Dancing lift, or the final dance in Step Up? I don't know about the movie.
Dirty
Step Up.
Dancing.
Yeah, that would be fun. It would just have
Yeah.
to be someone that could catch.
Well, I would have to actually be able to jump.
Right?
I can't jump anymore.
Okay. Would you rather have been on the Titanic or taken a walk to remember?
Titanic.
So Favi says breakfast at Tiffany's. I would pay to see Connie do the flip. I think I would do Titanic too. We'll do that together, Connie.
Cool.
Okay, would you rather wear pink every Wednesday for the rest of your life or eat fat-filled protein bars for breakfast every day?
I would wear pink on once a week.
Yeah, me too. You guys gonna wear pink once a week or fatty protein breakfast bars? I think they're having their own conversation. They're not listening. Tammy loves pink, so she's gonna be wearing pink with us.
I'm a good swimmer, though. No, I'm kidding. Everybody's
Would you rather kiss someone with bad breath or eat escargot?
I'd eat escargot.
Me too. You totally were like, oh. It almost made you puke there. Oh, Tammy says she loves escargot.
I can't stand it, but I would eat it over kissing somebody with bad breath.
Yeah. Denise is puking.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm sorry.
So is Bobby. Bobby's getting sick.
I'm so sorry. Don't think about it. Sorry, we'll move on. Would you rather go to a spa resort for an entire day or spend the day at Magic Kingdom?
I would go Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
I love rides. I love going on rides. The higher, the faster, the more you flip me around, the better.
I would go to the spa. I want a massage.
Well, I'd go to the massage. I'd go after the spa the next day because I'll need it.
Yeah. You're like, I'm doing both. It's just both. Kingdom Day and then the spa.
In Utah, there's a place called Lagoon, and they have this ride that's called the Cannibal, And you get on the ride, and me and my daughter, the first time we went on it, we were on the front row of seats.
Mhm.
First of all, you can't have anything in your pockets. You can't wear glasses. You can't have anything in your hands, nothing,
Yeah.
because it will all fall out and you'll
Yeah.
lose. So they give you lockers to lock your stuff in.
Yeah.
So we get on the front row, and we go up to this wall. There's a wall in front of us. We're like, what the heck? So they start lifting us up 80 feet. We still can't
Oh,
see anything.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this curtain rolls up. You can see the whole Salt Lake Valley, the Great Salt
Oh.
Lake, Salt Lake, everything. Then the next thing you know, you are upside down inverted.
Oh. So
Oh,
scary.
I love that ride. I loved it. I couldn't wait to go back.
Connie, I love you. I will just wait for you at the bottom. Make sure you go up. I'll help you to the next ride. I'll be your designated friend.
I would love to learn I would love to go skydiving. I don't know if that's ever going to happen now because of my age. But
Right.
at Lagoon, they have a ride that is called Sky Coaster, and they pull you up 80 feet up in the air, and you have a rip cord, and you pull it, and you free fall for 60
Oh,
feet.
God.
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved that ride.
Oh, I love you. Yeah,
Yes.
Connie says no. Thank you, Connie. We'll just wait at the bottom. We'll wait for
Yeah,
Connie.
I've
She
been
is great, Liz.
I've bungee jumped, bungee cord jumped. Loved it.
No, thank you. Oh, I know. You make me go, Connie. Please don't. We got
I
some friends going with you to the Magic Kingdom, though. Denise is
cool.
gonna go, and Robin would go. Tammy's gonna go to the spa with me, so will Bobby go spotty. Connie is a daredevil, yeah. Connie, you are a daredevil. Are you gonna ever slow down? You're just gonna keep on climbing.
I am not going to slow down as long as I am breathing. In fact, one of our friends here in town, I haven't gone to the gym this week. Well, I didn't go last week because of COVID, and then I didn't go this week because I've been working in the dining room.
I didn't go because I didn't go.
I usually go 5 days a week, so I didn't go, and our friends asked Ron where I was, and he goes, "Oh, she's home painting the dining room," and he goes, "Does she ever stop doing stuff?"
No.
No,
No, keep her
no,
busy.
because
Keep her
I'm
moving.
gonna start my bedroom here, and probably next week painting it.
Just come to my house and help me paint my Save your energy for my house and we can do some projects.
Okay, Mike said there's an almost vertical 235-foot roller coaster at Blackpool. You might like Connie. You have to return up to 20 wigs a day. I bet, and I would love it. I can tell you that right now. Absolutely.
No. Wowzers. Okay, would you rather receive a personalized I love you book or receive a book of Valentine's Day coupons? So like I think it's like a book of why they love you or Valentine's Day coupons. So like coupons that you can redeem for them doing stuff later on.
I would take the first one because my husband does everything for me already.
Oh, I think I would take the coupons. The coupons.
You know, when I get up in the morning, my breakfast is at the table, my coffee's at the table, my medicine's at the table for me.
Sweetheart.
When around lunchtime, Ron says, "What would you like for lunch?" "Hi, Natty." He goes and he makes my lunch. He brings it to me. In the afternoon, he brings me my hot tea, my bowl of popcorn. Yeah.
Aw.
And when I cook, he's my prep guy. He cuts everything for me and gets it all ready.
Yeah, I'm the prep guy. My husband cooks. He's the cook.
Uh,
He'll bring me coffee. We like to make our coffees certain ways, so we kind of give each other break on coffee. Like, you make yours, I'll make mine, because coffee is important here. Okay, it's very important. But yeah, my husband's the cook, and I'm so thankful because I don't like to do it at all. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I like to eat.
Robin, he's not scared. That's not why he does it. He does it because he loves doing it.
You've got 1-2 punch. Your superpower. Robin,
Oh no, he just loves to serve me.
Yes, and you do him as well. That's what a marriage is about. You lift each other up. Okay. Okay. Hold hands with someone during.
Oh, wait. Fabi, I do not have him whipped. He is far from whipped. That man has his own. He does what he wants to do when he wants to do it. He just enjoys doing stuff for me.
Yeah. And your superpower is to punch people. You can't get away from it now, Connie. We don't know. His arm is sore, Connie. Amen to the coffee thing, right, Sarah? Okay, would you rather hold hands with someone during a movie or have someone's arm around your shoulder during the movie? Would you rather like have them snuggling or holding your hand?
His arm around my shoulders.
Oh. I'm a hand holder.
Thank you, Fabi.
Yes, they are lovers. Okay, well, this is probably self-explanatory for both of us. Marry your best friend when you turn 40, even if they're not attractive, or marry someone who's attractive but regularly rude to others. So I guess you don't marry your best friend until you're 40, or marry someone who's attractive but rude.
I would marry my best friend.
Me too.
Yeah.
My husband is my best friend.
Hey, Jill, Never Naked Nails, nail art. She just came in.
Oh, hi, Jill.
I've known her for a very long time. She's a nail artist too.
Ooh, I'll have to go check her channel
guys,
out.
Check out her channel. She is amazing at nail art as well. I think she's better than I am.
Oh, wow. Tammy says, after we eat popcorn and wipe our hands. So are you guys marrying your best friend at 40 or someone who's attractive and rude? Yeah. Denise says, marry your best friend. Liz, marry your best friend. Crafty Peep, not attractive. Attractive and rude, LOL, says Connie.
Yeah, and then Fabi says, gotta have attractive babies.
It's all about the babies at that point. Yeah, it's right there with you, Sarah. Best friend, already did. Yes. I would have to hate it if I waited until we were 40. I mean, I love well, he's 3 years older than me, so. I've loved the last 20 years with my husband, so I would not, you know what I mean? I want, a zillion more, but.
Yeah, well, Ron's 7 years older than I am. I was 20 and he was 27 when we got married. So.
He was a cradle robber, big time. So Carrie and John hold hands during the movies, or just all the time?
Everywhere. They do it. They hold their hands everywhere.
My husband and I will hold hands just walking down the street too. I'm a hand holder. I like to hold hands. I like it when he initiates it too. Like, I'm not just grabbing at his hand all the time. He'll grab from my hand too. It's my favorite thing.
My husband.
Robin, she's cheeky. She's cheeky in the comments there.
My husband is 66, and I am going to be 60 in July, and he'll be 67 in September.
That's right. You're a July baby too.
Yep, I am a Leo 100%,
You're only
as you can tell.
you're 19 years older than me. You're at 20. Because I turned 41 this July. Almost 20.
So when you got married, I had just graduated from high school in 1981.
Or when I was born? Yeah.
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 So I'm old enough to be your mom.
Yeah. I have a sister that's the same age as you. I'm the youngest of 10. So,
yeah.
Yep.
My husband's family is 20 years from the oldest to the youngest.
That's mine. Yep. The oldest one's exactly 20 years older than me. And then the first two were just a year apart. And the rest of us were 2 years to 2.5 years. We calculated it. My mom spent like 8 years pregnant.
Well, Ron's mom was pregnant 16 times. She gave birth to 14 children. In a 20-year span. She said if she wasn't pregnant, she was nursing.
Yep.
As soon as she got done nursing, she got pregnant. So, yeah.
And my mom wanted to trade it. She loved every one of her babies. And that's the most fulfilling work she did. And I think that's cool. Now, I only had 3, and I was only going to have 3. I was never going to have 10. Ever, 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 ever. But my mom was pregnant 13 times. Yeah.
I always wanted 7 kids, and I had 7 pregnancies.
Yeah.
But I only got 4 kids. I lost 3. So
3 waiting for you.
Yeah. So one was a little girl. I was almost 4 months along with her.
That's hard.
A week shy of 4 months. The other 2, I don't know. So. But that was a long time ago. My youngest will be 29 in March. And my oldest will be 40 in August.
So, how old were you when you miscarried?
The first time it was in 1985. I already had 2 kids.
Oh.
That was my first miscarriage. And then the other 2 was 1992 and 1991.
Did you notice throughout the decades that people were talking about their miscarriages more, or was it still just kind of a silent thing you carried throughout the years?
It was more silent. And even when I lost the one, I should have been able to have the option to deliver the baby and then bury it or cremate it or whatever.
Yeah.
Take pictures, but they didn't even give me that option. They just did a D&C.
That's sad. Who did it for you?
And then told me that the baby was not developed properly.
Oh.
But back then you didn't know. So
I had a miscarriage. It was my 3rd pregnancy, and I was almost 3 months along. So I mean, it wasn't as far as you, but I understand that pain. Well, any miscarriage is painful. But this was in 2009. So, but people were starting to be more vocal about having a miscarriage and talking about it, because it is so personal, and there isn't just one thing to say,
right.
You have to watch what you say, because
my daughter's best friend that I babysat for 10 years in my home, 2 years ago, she miscarried a little girl. She was 24 weeks along.
Oh, wow.
They were able to take pictures. She was able to have her cremated. Oh. And then last week, she didn't even know she was pregnant.
Yeah.
She went to the bathroom and she started delivering a 16-week-old boy. And he died, and they had him cremated. I mean, he was dead. He died because he couldn't even breathe.
Oh no.
And so he tried to gasp,
Oh
but
baby.
just couldn't. And so she's an advocate for women who lose their babies
Yeah,
before or after birth. She's a big advocate.
yeah. And it kind of takes you walking that road, to reach out and understand it. I know that I couldn't. I was trying to be supportive to people who I knew miscarried before then because it was a huge loss. But when you have a miscarriage, you understand it more, and
Right.
but you
And
want people to talk about it though. You don't want it to be like it never happened because in
right.
your heart that baby already was there. That life is already there. You
I already
love
could
that
feel
baby.
I could feel it already moving.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a viable baby for
Yeah.
sure. And my other two, the week I found out I was pregnant, I was losing them.
Oh,
And so
that's too
I,
bad.
I got pregnant from both of them in May,
Mm-hmm.
1 year apart. And I knew I wanted one more child. So one
Yeah.
year later, I wouldn't let my husband touch me at all in May.
Yeah.
And he got me pregnant in June. And we had our last child.
But you needed that time, though. You really needed that time. I know when I had the miscarriage, I didn't know if I wanted to get pregnant again, but I
Bye,
didn't feel like
John.
my family was complete.
Uh
Bye,
huh.
John. I'm sorry you're leaving on a sad note. Poor guy. Um, but I knew
Favi,
that I wanted
hey,
to have another one.
yeah, Favi, if we're
So,
not here, have a good night. When you get back, she has a premiere.
Fabius?
Yeah.
Or, oh, have a good premiere.
But yeah, so yeah, Billy said they lost two at the first trimester.
Yeah. And guys
Yeah.
losing, the guys are losing the babies too. And I had to talk with my husband about that too. Like, what's your perspective on it? You know, um, because obviously when it happens to us, there's medical reasons, there's medical things to think about, and kind of we're processing emotionally, but the dad is too. The dad got 100% attached too, and I don't know. I guess it was kind of hard for me to talk about at the beginning. I didn't want to talk about, but that's how I am. I kind of recoil when I go through things, and I go through them, and then I'm able to open up and share. But there was a support group that just was started, and I was so thankful. The lady who started it did come talk to me, and I was thankful for that conversation. I didn't join it, but I was thankful for that conversation because it validates that loss. And I don't know why I really needed it validated, but it was just kind of a nice,
Oh my gosh,
you know,
Robin, she just wrote, I lost a baby 10 years before I had my son. It was a couple of days before she was to be born. I am so sorry.
oh, it's tough.
So sorry. Yeah. My sister, her first baby, she was due on January 28th of 1975, and she went into labor on New Year's Day,
Hmm.
and they forced her. They tried to stop the labor, and they were successful at doing it for 6 days. But the baby got super, super, super. He was moving around a lot. She went into hard labor, and her water broke on January 6th, and the umbilical cord was wrapped around his neck so tight that when he was being born, it strangled him and he died. And that was the first time I ever came across anything like that. I was in fifth grade at the time, and I had learned how to sew, and I sewed my sister a whole box of baby clothes and everything.
Yeah,
That was that was the hardest thing for me to go through, and I know it was for her too. It was her first baby, and yeah, I couldn't wait for that. It was going to be a niece or my nephew, and I couldn't wait for that baby
yeah,
because she was the oldest. Yeah, the
yeah,
umbilical cord. Yep,
yeah.
that's what happened to Robin's baby too. Yeah, it. Some babies are born with really short umbilical cords, and if they move around too much, it can happen. That's why now they do stress tests
Yeah.
and they do more ultrasounds. They used to do like one or two a pregnancy. Some doctors do them every month just to check and make sure everything's okay. But
Yeah.
I ended up with 3 C-sections because my first child, when they pulled her out, I hemorrhaged and almost
Oh,
bled to death. They had to
oh
give
dear.
me 2 units of blood.
Yeah.
And so they said no more. They said, no, you're going to do C-sections.
Okay.
So I had 3 C-sections.
You- I had
But
on my birthing class, I loved how they put it. You get no badge for having a baby regularly or through the C-section. What you want to walk away with is a healthy baby. You can't feel bad because you have a C-section or you know what I mean, whatever, vice versa. So that's what I went into it with. I just want to do whatever it takes to make sure I got to walk home with my baby, you know. And
exactly.
and it's kind of funny how we make badges out of silly things like that, you know. C-section is just as valuable as
Oh, my
regular
daughter.
birth.
My daughter was thinking about having her C-section filmed because there was a guy in town who he would film births.
Oh wow.
And she contacted him and asked him if he would do her C-section. And he goes, that's not a birth, that's an operation.
No, bringing a baby into the world for first breath, that's a birth.
Yeah, she more or less
Shut your
told him
mouth.
she told him to go where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. Robin says that when she was pregnant with her son, she was really careful and he was okay. He's 23. Yes, and he's still her baby.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And Bobby says, yes, healthy baby is all, but you know what? Even if it's not healthy, just to have your baby.
Yeah, yeah. Just to go home with your baby. Yeah. Just that's the end game, right? That was my end game at least. And
Exactly. Denise, if we're not here when you get back, you have a good evening.
yes, have
So,
a good evening. We did get a little heavy-hearted, but I think
yes,
it's good to talk about it, and it's good to share your stories and your testimonies with people, so that they too know they're not alone, and that for so long miscarriages have been kind of hushed, swept underneath the carpet, and I know in the last probably 15 years that's kind of changed. At least in my lifetime, I've seen it. I've seen it
yes,
change, but I still think it's a loss, and when you go through a loss, everyone grieves differently.
yes,
But I think miscarriages are very personal. In fact, that at least for me, that's how I felt. My body failed my baby, and that's a different kind of loss. When you're a mom and you know you love and protect your babies, and God has that reason why he called that soul home. And so that was the biggest thing I had to get over, was that my body failed that baby. And that's a hard loss. And
yeah,
it was big enough to have it. It was fully formed at that age. Now they just grow bigger and bigger. He had 10 toes and 10 fingers, and that's a baby. That's a little soul. And so I guess I know that we got a little heavy on that, but I'm glad we shared with each other, because I think that's what's important, is that people know.
me too. And we didn't run off all the guys immediately. So that was good.
Well, and they can relate too. Like Billy Bird, he could relate to that,
Right.
and
Yeah,
he understood what that was like.
exactly.
And it really helps to hear both sides of that.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. I mean, I love um all 4 of my kids. None of my kids
are
have
you
had
sure?
miscarriages. Yeah. None of my kids have had any miscarriages or lost any children.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, my oldest daughter has a son that's will be 20 in June, a son that just turned 17 and a daughter that will turn 16 in June on the same day as her oldest. They both were born on June 13th.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, and then my son has not had any kids. He's not married, no kids. And then my next daughter, she's got a daughter that will be 13 in June, 3 days after the other one. And and then she's got a stepson who will be 8 in June, 3 days after the other one. I have lots of June birthdays. And then her youngest will be 4 in April. And then my youngest daughter has a 8-year-old son, and then one that will be 3 in May.
Oh my goodness. So much cuteness and love.
Yeah, 2 girls and 6 boys.
Ah,
So,
love it. They got the best grandma. Do they call you grandma or do they call you like Oma or Gigi?
they call me Nana.
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 And my oldest grandson, he was telling his kids, his friends in junior high, "Oh, that's my grandma." And I heard him say that one day, and I said, "You don't call me grandma." And he goes, "But I don't want to be embarrassed." I said, "Calling me what you always call me should never be an embarrassment to you."
Right.
So he walked back over to his friends. He goes, "Actually, she's my Nana." And they go, "Oh, hi." They were all excited because they knew something was up when he said it, because he said it awkwardly because he's never called me that.
Oh.
So, oh, Billy says his daughter-in-law lost 2 twins after halfway into her second trimester. I'm sure it's devastating. It is devastating. Bye, Natty.
Hi, Natty.
Losing a child, a baby, is extremely devastating. Losing anybody, but a baby, it's devastating for sure.
Yeah. Well, and it's a loss. And so I think sometimes you didn't see it, you didn't hold it, you didn't name it, you didn't make a lot of memories with it. It's, maybe people are back then, I don't know, would sweep it underneath the rug because all those things didn't happen, but they did in your heart.
Well, the girl that is an advocate for this,
Yeah.
she got to name her babies, and she got a birth and death. Well, she got a death certificate because, the one was alive when he was born, so she got a birth and a death certificate. The first one, she got a death certificate. She got to name them, and that helps.
Yeah, I think that's what the support group person told me too, was about a part of maybe your healing or moving forward was naming the child, know, and that is a part of someone's path to healing.
Yeah, Billy said she got so depressed she was neglecting her 4 girls, but got better after my wife talked to her. That's good.
Good. Yeah, because she was going through some hard stuff there.
And Robin said she named her baby, but she never got to see her. See that? I never got to see mine either.
Robin, would you like to share your precious baby's name? You don't have to.
Yeah, absolutely, you don't have to. It's up to you.
Up to you, but I know that some people are relieved when they get to, share the whole process and celebrate. I named my baby. I didn't go through the naming process.
I didn't either.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean we can't. I mean, we still could, right? If we wanted to. But
her name is Stephanie Dawn Inez. That is a beautiful name.
And what does that mean? Did you pick that for a special meaning, or was it after like a beloved family member or friend? That just seems like a very specific name. It's a beautiful name.
Very beautiful.
Very beautiful. Well, thanks for sharing that, Robin.
Yes, thank you so much.
I knew I was kind of asking a big ask, but I wanted you to have the opportunity if you wanted that kind of.
Exactly.
Name your beautiful baby girl. I did think mine was a girl because I have 3 boys, and but I don't know. I mean, I didn't get to see it or anything, and
That's
it
the one
was,
thing I didn't get to see mine, but they did tell me because I
yeah,
asked.
well, that's nice.
And I mean, I have 4 girls, one, her, and then 1 boy. The other 2 I don't know.
I
She
saw that.
says I she said I think I like Stephanie, and then the Dawn part was from one of my VC Andrews books. I love VC Andrews, and I know who you're talking about now. I forgot which one. LOL, and then Inez was my grandmother's name. That's a beautiful
Um,
name. I love VC Andrew books, Robin. We'll have to talk about VC Andrews. Oh, I've read almost every VC Andrews book out there.
of course you have, because you're Connie. Oh no, Connie.
Yeah, I love to read. I've read the Hobbit series 14 times. All 4 books, 14 times.
Do you feel like it gets richer every time you read it? Like it
Yes.
comes more alive and
Well, it always did. From the moment I started reading it, I could see them. I could smell what they were. I could imagine the smells I could see them. It was just like, wow. And I just, the more and more, I loved it. The same with VC Andrews book. I mean, any book I read. I also read all the Vampire Diary books not Vampire Diary, all the Anne Frank
yeah.
vampire series, and I can see them. I mean, it's so vivid, and
Wow.
that's the way I read. Yeah. And the more I read them over and over, the better they get.
Right. Yeah, I like to read books over again. Not all the time, not all books. I like movies. I don't necessarily like to watch things over and over again. But a few things I will, just because I think it gets richer each time we read it.
Yeah.
Anne
Yeah.
Rice.
Yes, Anne Rice, and she just barely passed away a few
Oh,
weeks ago.
how's
Yeah,
that?
Anne Rice. Did I say Anne Frank? I meant Anne Rice. Yeah, she passed away a couple weeks ago.
How sad? I'm still very sad that Betty White passed away.
Me
I'm just
too.
it's like Last of the Golden Girls. Now that show I'll watch over and over again.
Me too.
And Murder She Wrote.
Oh, I love Murder She Wrote with
Just like with Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury. She's still alive.
She is. I know.
She's up in her 90s,
Yeah, she's
and
sitting up there.
I have watched that series over and over, the whole series, at least 5 times.
Yes. I'm in the middle of watching it again. I mean, I think I watched it a couple years ago again from when I was when I was a child. And it's fun to see all that 80s stuff and just all the technology. We thought we
Yeah.
were so technology. And most people aren't like the rotary phone.
I took my granddaughter to a thrift store a few years ago, and they had a rotary phone, and I asked her what it was, and she goes, "Well, I don't know what that is." So I had to explain to her what it was.
Now you had to dial and like bring it all
Yeah.
around.
10, 8, 9. I said, there was no quick dial.
Well,
And then they came out with the push buttons that was in the dial. So it was still, you had to push it, but there was still a circle. Yeah.
yeah. I remember calling, what was it? I forget what it's called, but you could call the number and you could get movie listings and you could get the weather and you could get
the 411.
Yeah, I think so. But it was
called
called a certain thing.
411.
And it was I would call that just so I could be on the phone. I'm like, 5. What are you doing? I'm listening to the weather.
I love talking on the phone. My mom and dad, when I was 16, they gave me my own phone line because I was always using the telephone constantly. So
I think I was like 12 or 13, and someone gave me a telephone and a really, really long cord. because upstairs we didn't have phone cords. So I plugged that in and moved, and I had a phone in my room, and my mom came out and goes, "What is this?" I go, "It's my phone." She goes, "You never asked me if you could have a phone." I'm like, "Oh, can I have a phone?" She's like, "Yeah." But the long cord, the winding down the hall and up the stairs, you gotta push it to the side.
We had those with like 50-foot long cords.
Yeah. I thought we were being so savvy getting the phone upstairs, that long cord. That was the end of my technology phase.
Well, my phone was actually in my bedroom, and there was no jack for it anywhere else but my bedroom.
Yeah.
So the phone was in my room, but when I was gone to school, my mom would go in my room and sit in my chair and use my phone.
Yep.
Go use your own phone. Stand in my room.
You just had a chair next to it. Bruce probably didn't. It was on the wall.
I had a really nice chair. I was able to refinish, make new cushions for it and everything. She loved that thing.
16, you were DIYer already.
Actually, I did that when I was 14.
Girl.
Is when I was given that. Well, actually, my mom was given the chair when I was 12. She didn't want it anymore, and she gave it to me, and I refinished the wood, and it had strappings. So I went and got the new strappings, put them on, made a new cushions and everything for it. The front, the bottom, and the back. Loved that chair. It was like what kind of style would I say it was? Probably from the 60s.
Oh, cool.
It was an awesome chair. And comfortable as all get out.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture? You gotta share a picture and what would you make if you have one? I always am nosy. Like, I want to see them. I want to see what you did.
You know, I'll have to go. I have all my mom's photos. When she passed away, I got them all because I was the beneficiary of the will. And so I will have to look through the pictures and see if there's a picture of it. I know I don't have one, I don't think.
Oh.
I might of my own, but I have all those other pictures. I'll have to look.
Yeah, you probably didn't take a picture of a chair back when you're 16. You probably take pictures of people.
I think she took a picture of me sitting in the chair.
Yeah, hopefully.
On the phone, I think. I'll have to look. Yeah, I have always been creative, making things, changing things, doing things as long as I can.
Independent. Do it yourself, right?
Oh,
I'm right there with you.
You know what? I got used to getting in trouble because my mom would be in my room. I'm talking, I was like 6 or 7, and she'd come in my room, and then she'd leave my room, and an hour later she'd come back, and it would be completely changed around. And she's like, "What did you do?" I said, "I moved the furniture." And she goes, "Connie, you're too little." I said, "No, Mom, it was easy."
No, not too little.
It was bunk beds and old chest drawers, and yeah.
You could have crushed yourself, girl.
You know, I'm really strong, and I learned how to use the wall. I would sit on the floor, put my feet on the legs, and just push them.
Yeah, and get it to where you want to go.
Oh, listen to this. We used to play hide and go seek when I was a kid, and my dresser was like this, like 8 inches off the ground, legs. Nobody could ever found me. They never still to this day don't know where I used to hide. I would pull out the drawers about that far.
Yeah.
I would get underneath it and climb up in the back of it and then pull all the drawers back towards me.
Were you ever afraid not to be looked for, though? You hid so well.
No, because I knew I could come back out. And that was a frame, so I could stand up on the frame.
Yeah.
So they couldn't even see my feet.
Connie! Did they ever find you?
Not when I hid there. They still don't, to this day, they don't know. I never told them.
Well, if they're watching this live, you've been outed.
Well, I doubt that. Only one would be watching, and I don't think she is. So
Well, sweetie, it is 9:52.
yes, so we're gonna say goodnight. 2 hours. Woo!
I know. I'm a talker. You're a talker. They're talkers. It's been good
Yes.
talking.
Yeah,
So, do
everyone
you
wants to
have
see a picture. Yeah.
anything?
Okay. Huh?
Do you have anything coming up that you are doing on your channel?
Tomorrow I have Fourth Friday. It's my very last Valentine video.
Yay!
It's coming up tomorrow, and then I'm thinking on Monday I'm going to release the video of me doing my dining room.
Oh yeah.
It's not a very long video, but I'm going to put that one up. And then next week I have on the 4th I have Dark Academia.
Oh yeah, with
And
Annie.
right. And then on Friday, I'm doing 5 under 5.
Doing 5 under 5 too.
Yep.
And
So
of
those,
course, we're doing our What Would You Make?
yes,
February
yes,
22nd or 27th, February
yes.
27th.
And I had to cancel. Uh, Here's Your Crowns, Women Supporting Women last. It was supposed to go Monday. I was too sick last week to do it. And so we canceled it, but it will be back at the end, I think 2 days after. What Would You Make? I think is when it is. I think it's the third, or maybe it's not. It's the third Monday, I think.
Yeah, it's the third Monday. And I moved What Would You Make to the fourth Sunday.
Right. Yes.
So yeah, because I looked at Domestic Diva and it was on, the third. It was after the third Sunday, that third Monday.
Yeah. So.
And then Amanda, 6 Kids and a Glue Gun, is going to be your co-host for that, right?
Yes, she is. And then she wanted to be my regular co-host when Devin, when Devin stepped down, and so she really wanted to do it. So I said sure, because she's got a heart for it, and that's what's important. So
Oh,
yeah, so we're going to be doing that one. So yeah,
so
and then of course we got the Power Up collab.
Power Up.
I'm looking forward. I love working with my tools.
Amen, sister.
Yeah.
I love seeing you work with your tools. It inspires me.
Yeah. People's like, that's so scary. No, it's not. It's not scary to me.
No, and I can see how they feel a little behemoth about it, like a little, like, I don't know. But you just gotta start and do the safety precautions, and then you just gotta start and take it slow and then work from there.
Exactly. I cut myself here. That's the only time I've ever cut
Honey,
myself.
don't tell people you're cutting yourself.
Well, everybody knows. Everyone here knows that I cut myself. But I cut myself, got 7 stitches.
Yes, that's right. That wasn't with the power tool, was it? That was I thought it was.
It was with my angle grinder.
Oh, okay. I thought you stabbed yourself with something. Like you were.
No, but that's the only time I've ever hurt myself, and I knew better. So now you
know no better.
Yes. I knew not to do it, and I did it anyway. And that was a wrong thing to do. So the whole thing with power tools is you have to respect them. Yeah,
you can't get too overconfident. You got to do those safety rules. You think you can do it. Well, maybe you've done it 10 times in the past, but one of those times it's going to catch up to you. Well, I don't want to lose a finger. I want to use all my fingers for DIYing and really feel like I need them. So.
Good night, Liz. Yeah, Good
night, Liz. Thank you for hanging out with us.
I worked in a deli for many years, and I worked with a slicer. Actually, we had 2 slicers, a meat slicer and a cheese slicer. And I had to train everybody on them. And I told them, first thing, I said, you have got to respect the fact that blade is so sharp, it can cut through bone.
Ooh.
I said, Oh, I'm sorry, Fabi.
What's wrong with Bobby?
Her premiere sucked.
Oh, baby, I'm sorry.
I'll watch it though tomorrow, the
Yeah.
video, so you get the views. But these two girls, 2 days later, both of them almost cut their finger off.
Did I not just tell you?
Like,
If you want
all
my
right,
fingers, you will listen to me.
exactly. Well, let's say goodnight. You
Yay.
guys all have a great evening. And I do you have a saying that you say at the end of your videos?
Yes. I say until the next time, everyone, you have a good one. Bye.
And then I say, call somebody that you know and tell them you love them. They may need to hear it today, as well as you have a blessed week and be the Bible that somebody reads today.
Amen, sister.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
everyone.